You have spent years trying to manifest your desires. You have written affirmations until your hand cramped, stared at vision boards until the images burned into your mind, and repeated positive thoughts with the discipline of a soldier. Yet, you look at your life, and the reality you experience feels worlds away from the one you have been so desperately trying to create. You are exhausted. You feel like a failure, and a part of you is starting to believe that this whole manifestation thing is a lie. But what if I told you that your failure is actually the ultimate proof that manifestation is real and is working perfectly in your life right now? What if the frustration you feel is the key to unlocking the one thing you have been missing all along? The reason traditional methods fail is not because they are wrong, but because they are incomplete. They are like trying to drive a car by focusing only on the steering wheel while completely ignoring the engine. You are focusing on force, on desire, on the mental gymnastics of wanting something, but this effort is precisely what is pushing it away. The universe, the quantum field, does not respond to your words, your wants, or your vision boards. It responds to only one thing: the frequency you embody, your state of being. The truth is, you have been manifesting flawlessly your entire life. The quantum field is a merciless, perfect mirror. It has no judgment, no preference, and no agenda. It simply reflects back to you the precise energetic signature you are broadcasting. If your dominant feeling, your deep subconscious belief, is one of lack, scarcity, and a desperate need for something to change, then the field will dutifully orchestrate circumstances, events, and synchronicities to give you more experiences of lack and scarcity. Your affirmations of abundance are just a thin coat of paint on a house consumed by the vibration of not enough. The universe hears the house, not the paint. So your perceived failures are not failures at all. They are the field's perfect reflection of your inner state, proving the law works with absolute precision. The question is not how to make it work. The question is how to change the signal you are sending. The missing piece, the engine you have been ignoring, is a principle understood by both ancient mystics and quantum physicists. It is the role of the observer. Quantum science has shown us something startling. Reality, at its most fundamental level, exists as a field of infinite potential, a sea of waves of possibility. Nothing is solid or fixed until it is observed. The famous double-slit experiment proved that particles of matter exist in all possible states at once until the moment an observer looks, and at that moment, the act of observation collapses all possibilities into a single, concrete experience. Now, here is the secret that changes everything. The field does not just respond to the act of observation, it responds to the state of the observer. When you observe your life from a state of lack, from a feeling that something is missing, you are collapsing the field of potential into an experience that matches that feeling. You are literally creating more lack. However, when you learn to observe your life from a state of wholeness, of gratitude, of knowing you are already complete, you collapse potential into an experience of abundance and fulfillment. You do not get what you want. You get what you are. The power is not in the asking, it is in the being. This is not just philosophy. This is physics. Your emotional state is an energetic frequency. That frequency is the act of observation that commands matter to take form. So stop trying to change your reality from the outside in. The only work is on the inside, by changing the observer. The reason your signal has been fractured and weak is because of a lack of coherence. This is the master key. Coherence is a state of physiological and energetic alignment where your heart, your brain, and your body are all in sync, broadcasting a single, powerful, unified signal into the quantum field. Think of it like this. Your brain thinks thoughts of abundance. I want that new house. I want more money. But your heart, which generates an electromagnetic field thousands of times more powerful than the brain's, is broadcasting the frequency of your true feelings, anxiety, doubt, fear, and impatience. Your body, conditioned by years of stress, is locked in a survival state. You have your foot on the gas and the brake at the same time. You are sending out a chaotic, contradictory message. You are broadcasting both lack and abundance simultaneously, and the field, in its perfection, reflects back that chaos to you. You get a little bit of progress, followed by a setback, a moment of hope, followed by a wave of despair. This is the experience of incoherence. The missing ingredient for manifestation is not more effort, more visualization, or more affirmations. It is coherence. When your heart opens with a feeling of elevated emotion like gratitude or joy, and your brain aligns with that feeling, your entire nervous system shifts out of survival mode and into a state of creation. Your broadcast becomes clear, singular, and powerful. This coherent signal is what resonates with the potentials in the quantum field. Resonance is a fundamental principle of physics. When one tuning fork vibrates, another tuning fork of the same frequency will begin to vibrate spontaneously, without ever being touched. In the same way, when you generate a coherent signal of wholeness and abundance from within, you activate the corresponding potentials that already exist in the field. They come to you not because you chase them, but because you became a vibrational match for them. Your desire is no longer something out there to get. It becomes an experience that is drawn to you by the law of resonance. So, how do we begin to cultivate this state of being? How do we move from a fractured broadcast to a coherent signal? This is where the rubber meets the road, where esoteric knowledge becomes a practical, embodied reality. We must recondition the subconscious mind and the autonomic nervous system. Neuroscience shows us that 95% of who you are by the age of 35 is a memorized set of behaviors, emotional reactions, and beliefs that function like a subconscious computer program. This program is your default state of being. Trying to create a new reality with positive thoughts alone is like trying to install new software on a computer using only the monitor. You have to go into the hard drive. Your body is the hard drive. It is the subconscious mind. We change the program not by thinking, but by feeling. Epigenetics proves this. The science of epigenetics shows that your genes are not your destiny. It is the environment above the gene that signals it to turn on or off. And what is the most influential part of that environment? Your perception, your emotional state. When you are living in stress and survival, you are activating genes for disease and limitation. When you live in a state of coherence, of elevated emotion, you activate genes for health, longevity, and growth. You are literally signaling a new destiny to your body at a cellular level. This is why ancient spiritual traditions have always emphasized the heart. The Bible says, "As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he." Not in his head, but in his heart. Vedanta philosophy speaks of Aham Brahmasmi, which means I am the ultimate reality. It is a declaration of a state of being, not a wish. These are not just spiritual poeticisms. They are instructions for operating your human technology. You must generate the feeling of your future reality in your heart first, before it can manifest in your world. Let's move this from theory into practice with a simple yet profoundly powerful ritual. This is not about visualizing what you want. This is about embodying the state of who you need to be to allow it. I want you to stop what you are doing, sit upright, and gently close your eyes. Place your hand over your heart to bring your awareness into your body. We are going to use the breath as a bridge from the thinking mind to the feeling body. The breath is the remote control for your nervous system. For the next few minutes, I want you to breathe in slowly and deeply, and as you inhale, silently say to yourself, "I live." Feel the truth of that. The life force filling your lungs, animating your cells. And as you exhale slowly, releasing all tension, silently say to yourself, in coherence, inhale, "I live." Exhale, in coherence. Do this with your full attention. Do not just say the words, feel the meaning. Feel the state of being alive, vibrant, and present. Feel the state of coherence, of inner alignment, of peace and wholeness. With each breath, You are intentionally shifting your physiological state. You are slowing your heart rate, balancing your brain waves, and telling your body that it is safe to move out of survival and into creation. You are consciously generating the signal that you want the universe to mirror back to you. This is not a mental exercise. It is a full-body declaration. You are telling the quantum field, "This is who I am now, not who I want to be. Who I am." Practice this every single day. Make it the first thing you do in the morning and the last thing you do at night. This is how you begin to rewire your subconscious mind and recondition your body to a new emotional set point. This is how you make coherence your new default state. One of the greatest traps you will face on this journey is the act of waiting. After you do your practice, you open your eyes and you look around for proof. Has it worked yet? Is my money here? Is my partner here? Is my health better? The moment you look for the evidence, you have just negated the entire process. The act of waiting and looking broadcasts a powerful frequency of absence. It screams to the universe, it has not happened yet. It is not here. And the universe, in its infinite obedience, will give you an experience that perfectly matches that signal. More waiting, more not here yet. This is the hardest part for the logical mind to accept. You must fall in love with your new state of being so much that you no longer care if the external manifestation ever comes. You must feel so whole, so abundant, so grateful in your coherent state that the feeling itself becomes the reward. The paradox is that when you reach this point, when you truly no longer need it to happen, because you already feel the way you thought it would make you feel, that is the moment the floodgates open. You have to give up the need for your reality to change in order for your reality to change. You must choose coherence first. You must choose wholeness first. You must choose the feeling of your desire fulfilled first, and you must sustain that choice regardless of what your senses are telling you. Your senses are reporting on old news, the reflection of your past frequency. You are not here to react to reality. You are here to create it. This requires a radical act of faith, not in some outside power, but in your own power as the observer to command matter. The final step is to stabilize this new state. It is not enough to practice coherence for 10 minutes a day and then spend the other 23 hours and 50 minutes living in stress, reactivity, and doubt. Your mission is to make coherence your home. This means becoming conscious of your thoughts and emotions throughout the day. When you catch yourself feeling lack, or getting impatient, or falling into old patterns of worry, do not judge yourself. Simply notice it. And then, make a new choice. Take a breath. Place your hand on your heart. Inhale, I live. Exhale, incoherence. Recenter yourself in the state of being you are choosing to embody. This is a moment-to-moment practice of remembering who you truly are. You are the sole creative power in your life. There is no external force to blame or to beg. There is only the signal you are broadcasting and the reality that is reflecting it back to you. Stop chasing manifestations. It is a fool's errand that will leave you exhausted and disheartened. Your work is not to arrange the reflections in the mirror. Your work is to change the face looking into it. Shift your entire focus from getting something to being someone. Who is the person who lives the reality you desire? They are not needy. They are not waiting. They are not doubtful. They are whole. They are worthy. They are living in a state of coherence. Your only job is to become that person now. Cultivate the state. Embody the frequency. Live in coherence. Do this, and the universe will have no choice but to rearrange itself around you. Not as a reward for your effort, but as a simple, undeniable reflection of who you have become. The life you seek is not something you acquire. It is something that emerges from you. Choose your state of being, right now, in this very moment. That is the only choice that has ever mattered.